There's a moment in everyone's life that doesn't make sense when it's happening. The moment when something you thought was meant to last falls apart. When a door closes that you were sure you were supposed to walk through. When life suddenly rearranges everything you thought you could rely on. You replay it in your head 1,000 times, trying to understand, trying to fix it, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. But what if nothing went wrong? What if it all unfolded exactly as it was meant to? Even the heartbreak, even the silence, even the endings you never asked for. There's a reason you were guided to this message right now. You're standing at the edge of something you can't yet see. And the universe wants to remind you that what looks like loss is often the start of alignment. When something leaves your life, it's not always because it failed. Sometimes it's because it fulfilled its purpose. That person, that place, that version of you, it was never meant to walk with you forever. It came to deliver a lesson, a nudge, a shift in direction that your soul asked for long before your mind understood why. You see, the universe doesn't measure success the way we do. We look for stability, certainty, control. The universe looks for growth, expansion, alignment, and sometimes that means things have to fall apart, so something truer can take shape. You might not see it yet, but the version of you that's emerging, the one who can hold peace even when things don't go as planned, that's who all of this has been shaping. Think back for a moment to a time in your life when something ended and you thought you'd never recover. And yet, somehow here you are, still breathing, still rising, still finding light in places you never expected. That's not coincidence, that's design, because you were never meant to stay in one season forever. Every heartbreak has been guiding you closer to who you were always meant to be. Every loss has been quietly redirecting you towards something you couldn't have reached otherwise. The universe doesn't rush what requires time, and it doesn't destroy what's meant for you. It simply removes what can't come with you, no matter how much your heart wants to hold on. Sometimes we mistake resistance for failure. We think if something doesn't flow easily, it's because we're doing something wrong. But resistance often means redirection. It's life whispering, "Not this way." And you can fight it for a while. You can push and plead and try to force it back into place. But sooner or later you realize you were never meant to carry what wasn't aligned with your becoming. Maybe lately, you've been feeling like you're standing in between two worlds, the one that's ending and the one that hasn't quite begun. It's confusing, it's lonely. But this in-between space is sacred. It's the quiet before the bloom. It's where you shed the last remnants of what once was, so you can step fully into what's next. And though you can't see the full picture yet, it's forming, piece by piece, moment by moment, in ways your human eyes can't yet recognize, but your soul can feel. Here's what the universe wants you to know. The timing of your life is not off. You haven't missed anything. You're not behind. You're simply aligning. The people who left had to leave. The opportunities that didn't work out weren't meant to anchor you. The detours, delays, and disappointments, all leading you towards something that will make sense when you look back. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. Because one day you'll look at this chapter and say, "Now I see it. Now I understand why it had to happen this way." You were never being abandoned, you were being repositioned. The universe doesn't take without reason. It replaces with precision. But it takes courage to hold faith in the middle, before the replacement shows up, before the clarity arrives, before the light returns. That's where you are now. in the space between understanding and unfolding. And this is the part that matters most, because this is where trust is born. This is where your energy shifts from trying to control to allowing things to flow. This is where you finally learn that you don't have to know how it's all going to work out, to believe that it will. Let me tell you something. The version of you that's emerging on the other side of this is calmer, wiser, more aligned, because this chapter is not here to break you. It's here to refine you, to strip away what was never real so you can finally stand in what is. And yes, I know. It's hard to believe that right now, when you're still in the ache, when the silence feels endless, when all you want is for something, anything, to make sense again. But that's what this message is for, because one day soon it will make sense, not through sudden revelation, but through the quiet realization that everything that fell away cleared the path for everything meant to stay. So take a breath. You don't have to hold everything together anymore. You don't have to keep trying to force the timing or find the answers. The universe is not asking you to figure it out. It's asking you to trust that it already has. You are not lost. You are being led. Even here. Even now. Especially now. If you could see what's forming behind the scenes, the connections, the timing, the alignments, you'd stop doubting. You'd stop questioning why it's taking so long, because you'd realize it's not taking long. It's taking shape. And shape takes time. Energy takes alignment. And you're in that alignment now, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Every prayer, every act of faith, every tear that hit your pillow, none of it went unnoticed. The universe heard it all, and it's responding in ways you can't yet perceive, but will soon experience. Now, write this in the comments as your declaration to the universe and your higher self. I trust that it's all unfolding perfectly for me. Because there will come a moment when it all clicks, when the fog lifts, and you'll see that every ending led you home to yourself, that what once felt like chaos was actually choreography, that every heartbreak was holy, that every loss was laced with love, the kind that wanted you free, not trapped in something small. That moment is closer than you think, so don't rush it. Don't force it, don't give up. Stay open, stay willing, stay soft enough to receive what's next. Because what's coming is the version of your life that finally fits. And when it arrives, you'll smile, not because you figured it out, but because you finally understand why it had to happen this way.